Hey, welcome back to the Nets, guys. Unbiased views, they're fast, they're furious. Topics for today. Well, we just have one topic for today, primarily the debacle that we saw in the third day of Australia versus India, the Adelaide test. With me today is Arsh. Hey, Arsh, welcome.
Hey, hi. Before we start, please hit the like, please subscribe, please do share it amongst your friends, family, whoever. If you want to share it on your Facebook group, you can do it there. You can do it wherever you want. But please do give us the support that we need. So yeah, how are you doing, man? Long time,
Yeah,
long
I
hours.
just keep watching the entire first 2 days game of cricket to the point where I had just slept for 3 hours each day. Yesterday, I set up an alarm for 11 in the night to wake up, saw the score line, switched off my phone, and went back to sleep again. There was no point of getting up. That was just a horror show. And this is the fun thing about Test cricket, right? You win many sessions, but then you lose one, and that's the difference. Australia necessarily just won one session in this Test match, and that one session caused them to win the entire Test match.
No, no, it was it. I where I see it from, I didn't see it as Australia winning as far as India losing. So India lost the game when they dropped catches. So those six catches which they dropped came and bit our ass. So that's what I think. And yeah, horrible session for the Indians, but at the same time, I really don't know if it was one of those best. So when you say this, they picked up 5, 10 wickets in not less than 50 runs. It can show you two things as how was Indian batting lineup that weak to just fall down like 9 pins, or Australia bowled their heart out. So I really don't know which one was it. I would say that 4 out of those 5 wickets were quality bowling. Hazelwood didn't change a inch what he was bowling, kept the line same, kept the length same, and we just poked every time that we batted. So I don't know which one of the two factors were true.
So if you look at it, we can think about it as last 10 wickets that we lost for 36 runs, or we can look at as the last 14 wickets that we have lost is for 60 runs, and not even 60, it's 36 plus 11, so that is less than 50 runs. We have lost 14 wickets for less than 50 runs now, which is pretty shameful. It's like rolling back into the 90s again, where besides Sachin everybody would fall until there was a Dravid.
Dude, so here's the funny thing. If you get Chiteshwar out for I don't know, maybe zero, so Chiteshwar went on a duck. I To be fair, no one expected anything from Bumrah. Okay, so whatever he added to the total was a addition to whatever we expected. So that's apart from him, I don't I didn't see a reliable player in the side. So that was our biggest, and we don't have any. We have all right-handers. We don't have a single left-hander playing in the inning. So line and length never changed because there was no change whatsoever. He was just bowling. He just had to bowl. So if there was a Jadeja, or if there was a Rishabh Pant, or if there was anyone who was batting there, he would have to put it. Then it comes to the leg side, and then they can just flick that away, right? So
Absolutely. And
there's no
see,
change.
one is we have absolutely nobody who can actually take the attack back to the Australians. Nobody. Virat Kohli cannot do it because he's the only reliable person. So if he loses his wicket, it's pretty much done. A done deal. We have nobody in the middle order who can be promoted or who can be said that, okay, just go after the ball and take the attack back to them. And I can see us having four force changes going forward to the next test match where, yes, Jadeja comes back in. He comes back to Hanuma instead of Hanuma Vihari. We can definitely count on Prithvi Shaw sitting out. I wouldn't even rely him being a 12th man because I'm pretty sure he will drop the bottles on the pitch as well. He's that bad. So I can say that yes, Shubman Gill opens, KL Rahul comes in at number 4. Since we do not have any other choices, we still have to stick with Rahane. We have what's his name, Jadeja.
If Rane doesn't score a century in this series, he's pretty much packed too. He
I
is.
I don't think Rahane will be gone this soon. He has scored many runs overseas, and I can see him scoring one century at least to make sure his spot is fixed. But if
I'm
you,
not saying he might be packed too because the way India has lost today, so this can do a lot of things. This can just rattle the selector's head because I know IPL is not a ground to select for the tests, but if these guys, if the people who are on the bench or back at home doing this well, why not give them a chance? If you're giving Prithvi Shaw a chance, why not give a Surya Kumar Yadav a chance?
I absolutely agree with you. I mean, think about it. We also had the option of maybe, and it's a long shot, maybe just throwing in Ishan Kishan in the mix. If you had Ishan Kishan, you actually are strengthening your batting lower down the order. He can open as well as he keep wickets. So, you have those options. It is definitely going to be a big, I mean, now I'm not looking at playing in the World Test Championships. I am not sure if Ravi Shastri is the right man in the dressing room for India. I do not see him being there till the next World Cup. There has to be someone who comes in and starts putting Kohli. I mean, there is this massive Kohli Shastri partnership that is keeping the selection to this particular set of group of players. No one is looking to. No one is looking for anything outside this circle, and we know that we have the players out there. We have Surya Kumar Yadav. We have Ishan Kishan. We do have players like Natarajan was a surprise find, and Natarajan was something that was pushed in the very last minute. So, we have the players, we have the firepower to do this. It's just the Shastri Kohli combination, which is sitting up there and pretty much having a dictatorship kind of a rule.
Interesting.
So,
An interesting point of view which you've got on the table, but at the same time, not giving. So yeah, you're right. You're right in the way when you say that we're not giving people a chance. But KL Rahul was dropped after having four bad series. So he was dropped after having that. Said Prithvi Shaw, he's dropped quite a few catches. He has not scored a single run in the match. But do you think it's do you think it's too early to drop him? So
I would. So, he was selected because of the last time that he was in New Zealand. And the justification there was that everybody had a bad series, so we cannot judge Prithvi Shaw based on that series. Then Prithvi Shaw was selected in on the basis of IPL. And if you're telling me that on the basis of IPL, Prithvi Shaw was selected, then there were many other players who performed better than Prithvi Shaw in the IPL. And same happens with Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer had a decent IPL. It wasn't exceptional, but on paper, Surya Kumar Yadav had a better IPL than Shreyas Iyer. So again, I'm not going to be harsh on Shreyas Iyer, but Prithvi Shaw for me was an uncalled for selection. He shouldn't have been there in the team. There was absolutely no reason for him to be even on the plane to Australia. And KL Rahul, who has had an uh, amazing IPL, even before that, he had scored a century against England. KL Rahul, for me, should have been an automatic walk in into this team, considering there was no Rohit Sharma. KL Rahul is probably the most technically gifted batsman. I think he's better technically than Virat Kohli. But Virat Kohli has the flamboyance and he has built a brand for himself. So we cannot say anything about him. But KL Rahul for me has to be a part of this dressing room.
but it's surprising to not see him bat, not see him play in the 11 because and see with how things are going right now, I wouldn't be shocked if he has the gloves in the next game. So he will
I,
keep.
I don't think he will have the gloves in the next game because you cannot leave out Pant. You cannot leave out Pant just because he's a left-hander. We do not have any variety whatsoever. You have to either take a gutsy call, drop Saha, let him know that thank you for your memories, but it's about time to move away from you. Bring in Pant, and as a backup, start grooming in Ishan Kishan. And maybe, Ishan Kishan might actually surpass Pant and be the number one in all three formats. But it's about time. Saha is 35. He's not going to offer you anything. So he's not going to offer you anything in the weeks to come. Impossible. I do not see him do anything. The bigger worry for me now is Shami has probably cracked his hand. He has been sent to a scan. I do not see Shami playing the second test match for sure. And if the scans come back that he has a hairline fracture, then he is probably flying back with Virat Kohli and hopefully Prithvi Shaw. They are both flying back.
Okay,
And
so he's 36.
So, yeah, he is 36. He's not going to offer you anything in the near future. So it's about time.
So
He
I
sits.
start grooming your players around. Start grooming your players because Rishabh Pant is no Dhoni. So these guys are brilliant keepers, but their only problem was they had Dhoni sitting up there, right? So with Rishabh Pant, this is not the case. So you can have players in the backseat grooming. You can have a lot of players. Even so, there are so many keepers who we have. What we have around 10 to 12 Ranji teams around who play the quarterfinals. So you have like 12 professional keepers keeping. So you have a pool of 12 players then and there to select from. And why is Rishabh Pant your ideal choice?
And here is the interesting take. We have seen that we go to Australia and we get bowled out for these kind of scores. And it's not the first time. And we always say that it's the home advantage, home team advantage. Why is it that when a visiting team comes to India, we do not get them out for 36? It's home advantage for us. So it's definitely something that is lacking in our setup infrastructure where we cannot really cope up with pitches like those. The only thing that happened different in this pitch today was the ball was coming a lot faster. Third day, the sun was out there. The past 2 days, the pitch had dried up significantly. It started being a little bit faster. Overcast conditions a little bit. The ball does a little bit more. But these are players who are playing and winning. I mean, getting millions of dollars playing for franchisees. They have to be professionals enough to see off a ball when it is doing a little bit more. Rahul Dravid did it. Sachin Tendulkar did it. And I know I'm comparing them with absolute legends, but if you cannot even stand there for 10 overs and see off a ball, you do not deserve to play in that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth position for India.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
Let's just bygones be bygones. What changes do you see for the next test?
Like you said, Shaw out, get KL in, and so KL Shaw Kohli out, KL in. Maybe have the Shubman Gill open the innings. Uh, Down there, force change is Shami. I am not quite sure who will they go with. Should go with Seni, but I'm not sure. And the third change would be, the fourth change would definitely be Hanuma Vihari for Ravindra Jadeja if he's fit. So the thing here is Hanuma Vihari is not contributing with the bat. Okay, I know it's just one off matches, but he's not contributing enough. Like I said, Hanuma Vihari would have been the changing factor in India winning or losing this game, and it was the factor. So he was one of the biggest factors. If he could just be around and stay on the crease and just battle it out for the just 10 overs, man. Him and Saha. Don't know, man. Don't know. It's bygone. Screw it.
So my biggest concern now is Shami's hand, which means that Bumrah is not going to be as effective in the next few games. Shami was the one who was holding one end, and Bumrah used to, run through the opposition. Now, when you're leaking runs from the other side, Bumrah's effectiveness goes down drastically. And again, in Australia, we always have that one Hazelwood kind of a bowler, which was Ishant Sharma, bowling in that one channel all the time. Yadav cannot do it. And
Patna nahi,
we,
PK Raina was his thing.
no, and the only thing that I feel that both Shami, both Saini and Siraj go after wickets, which means if you're going after wickets, you're also leaking runs. So that for me
What
will be a,
dude?
and I would have probably
This is the
uh,
this was the same pitch where Hazelwood was picking wickets like candies, and and Umesh Yadav was getting hit for a six.
yes. And so it's again a pink ball. And quite honestly, I do not see pink ball going any further. I really do not see pink ball being the future of cricket just because of the way the pink ball has been behaving in different conditions. The pink ball is also a little bit harder to see. There have been scientific studies on that where the receptors drop down drastically. The eye receptors drop down drastically on a pink ball when the ball is old, hits the turf, turns a little bit brownish, and in the lights, the levels of seeing the ball goes down drastically. I mean, that's a different show, and it needs a medical person to actually come in and give a statement on that. But I do not see pink ball cricket being the future of Test cricket. But again, nonetheless,
Adelaide,
coming back,
Adelaide
India's, I
as
think
as
minus Shami, I don't think we have the capacity to take 20 wickets. So for me, it would be load batting lineup and bat as deep as possible and try to avoid a 4-0.
so how badly do you think we are missing Hardik Pandya here?
Hardik Pandya, the bowler, definitely. Hardik Pandya, the batsman, I don't know if he would have made a difference today, considering it was like one bad session. So I can see that there are tons of positives from this. We were able to limit Australia in the first innings, so we had the bowling lineup to actually restrict them. It's the batting that failed us. Kohli said that it's
One
thing.
bowler and we lost a bowler. So yeah,
Yeah, so we also have uh, my concern now is Bumrah is going to be expensive. He may not be expensive, but he's not going to get many wickets.
effective enough.
And yeah, he was not going to be effective enough. Ashwin has his days. Next test match, I think Sydney. That is going to be.
Boxing Day.
I surprised if, I mean, we are definitely having Jadeja back. So Jadeja and Ashwin can be the two bowlers. We won't see Kuldeep yet, but we might actually see someone like Ashwin getting in the 14th or 15th over itself. I don't see us carrying on with uh, Umesh and uh, Bumrah for more than 14, 15 overs. Plus the fact that Rahane is the captain and it's going to be a red ball. So it's going to be different. And
Well,
if Australia, I won't be surprised if Australia puts India into bat, considering the new ball always does something in Australia. And if they have another session like this test match could be again, next one would be over in 2 or 3 days.
3.5 days the session, the match was over. So
Yes.
2.5 days the match was over on the third day. Pretty sad.
So, well, I guess other things happening in world cricket. Pakistan have a new selector. Mohammad Wasim has been nominated as a new selector. And Kane Williamson joins the T20 squad. So he will be playing in tonight when they take on Pakistan in the second T20. So that's something that is worth watching. I would just pay to watch Kane Williamson bat. It's just music. It's like watching music. He's amazing. Doesn't play any unconventional shots. He's not AB de Villiers, but he's as effective. So I would probably watch that game tonight. All right. Well, that's all that we have, guys, for today. So once again, we do request you to like the video, share the video, give us a feedback. If you don't like it, leave it in the feedback as well. We will be glad to work on the content. And wherever you guys are, stay healthy, stay safe. Thanks, Harsh.
Peace out.